Hey there, and welcome back to the channel. This is once again Matt with Sun's Chimney, and today we're going to take a look at the Lopi Rockport wood stove. This medium-sized cast iron wood stove, one of the nicer looking units that we have, and it's also one of the tops in efficiency as we're looking at 2020 and beyond. It's going to heat roughly up to 2,000 square feet. And BTU output is somewhere around 55,000 BTUs. Roughly you're going to get about 10 hours of burn time out of something like this fully loaded. And it'll take a log size of about 20 inches for your split size. Once again, these are really efficient units. This is going to come in at about 82% efficiency. And we'll go into some of the detail and why it can be that efficient. One of the nicest things that I like about this stove is the handle. It's really straightforward and easy. You just lift up on it and it swings right open. It's no rolling or pawl assembly, anything like that. It just opens and closes. And they allow you to adjust the latch where the handle actually is secures. So as your stove wears and as the gasket thins out, you'll be able to make appropriate adjustments so that it still fits nice and tight. Now, this we're looking at is really the inside of the stove, the top of the stove in particular. And what you can see here is there's a single air tube in the front there, and then as you go to the back, there's a nice fat piece of stainless steel that's really used as a deflector as well, keeping the heat and the exhaust kind of in the primary firing area. And then once it does come up to here, this is introducing air back into the firebox, and we'll be getting the exhaust will flame off again at that air tube. Then that exhaust pushes into the catalyst up here, and as it passes through and gets to the other side of the catalyst, we will be flaming off again. So really we have three different stages of combustion that happens here. One happens at the initial fire on the fire brick, then at the air tubes, and then as it passes through the catalyst. And ultimately, by the time it's left to your stove, it should have burned about 3 times in an optimal situation. In classic to Lopi form, the fire bricks that are used inside of the stove are just simple fire brick standard sizes. There's a couple of them that might be cut down a little bit, but easy to replace, easy to remove, really makes for a very practical wood stove. The ash pan on this thing is really nice too. So once again, I just have a really well made handle. I just flip it down and opens up my ash. While I was in here, I just take a look at some of the items that they give you with each of these stoves. Nice little fire starter that keeps things easy for you for getting a fire started up. Little can of touch-up paint that never hurts anybody, just in case you get any scuffs along the way. Moisture meter, so you can check out the moisture content of your wood. That's also very important as far as keeping emissions low and efficiency high. Another step in that is this little mini handheld thermocouple. So there's actually a probe that gets stuck into the catalyst that'll run to this, so you can have an accurate readout of what the temperatures are at the cat and beyond. Nice little pair of gloves for handling wood. Nothing too special, but hey, it comes with the stove. That's pretty great. And then a couple little pieces of advertisement here. The first one is just for ash vacs, and that's nice. And then the second piece here is on the stove paint, and it tells you a little bit about the initial firing process. That kind of exists with every stove. You got to be slow on startup and be prepared for a smoky start. The method of control on this is the air control that's located on the bottom left of the stove. Really, much like some of the other air controls that I've touched on, this thing, you're going to pull it all the way out, and you're going to push it all the way in to scale the air back. And so typically I've got my air wide open when I'm getting my stove started up, and then I'm pushing it in and closing it off once I've got a nice good fire going. And if I get into the part where I need to restart the fire, new split of the wood goes on, I'll pull it all the way back out just to encourage combustion. The second method of control on this stove is going to be the bypass damper that's located at the top of the stove. Very simple to operate this one. You're just going to pull it out and then slowly push it back in when you want to close it down. This handle here can get a little hot, so they do give you a little bypass tool, which I'll show you real quick. And this tool is just good for pulling it open and then go ahead and push it closed when you need to. Obviously, I'm going to open this on initial burn, and then when I'm in my efficiency mode where my splits are firing, I'm going to bank it down. Anyways, that's about it for today. Have a good one.